Monica Makes It Happen is proudly supported by Goya. If it's Goya, it has to be good. JPMorgan Chase, New York's hometown bank for over 225 years, and by Ponce Bank, your community bank.
Hi, everybody. You're watching the Monica Makes It Happen show 2026. I can't believe Carl Payne is here co-hosting with me. Carl, thank you for being here. You make it happen.
Thank you. Thank you. You absolutely right. I do make it happen.
Yes, you do.
Yes.
And if you remember the Cosby Show, Martin, I mean, I grew up watching you, and now you have your own comedy show.
Yes.
And you're here with the Monica Makes It Happen team.
I'm sorry, but I stole your name for the tour.
You did?
It's called Carl Payne Makes It Happen. That's
And you
it.
know what? JPMorgan Chase makes it happen. Our partners, we have some very special guests with us. It's all about the stories and the small businesses. We want to stop just surviving. We want to thrive. And it's all about community, checks, and celebrities right here on the show. So I hope you get something from it. We are unscripted. I don't know what we're going to say.
We cover all the 3 C's just right there.
That's right. And also purpose. And I have to say, DeAndra, you are so inspiring. DeAndra Craigman is here, the founder of DeAndra Craigman Studios. She is amazing, a boss, and we also have Franco back. Franco, thank you for coming back on our show. Franco Riofrio, the senior business consultant, JPMorgan Chase. Everybody needs a partner to make us better. And let's get to the story.
Let's get to it.
So DeAndra, tell me about your business. I mean, you decided to turn your love of something, this is what I want to do, passion into purpose and into profit.
Yeah, for sure, yeah. So, you know, I've always been in entrepreneurship, even as a child. I just didn't actually realize it. Before the pandemic, I always saw myself as a painter, as a creative. During the pandemic, it gave me a lot of time to think about why I was creating and what I was creating. And I've always had this core belief that the environment that we're in shapes how people feel, right? So I said, what if I take that same creativity and apply it to something other than a canvas, right? What if I create an object in which people can experience on a day-to-day that like lifts their mood?
I love that. I feel like that's what we all want to do and we strive for, right?
Right.
What were you thinking, Carl?
So she sells drugs? I'm not sure what's happening. She's into wine and spirits?
Yes,
Oh, you said
candles.
you lift your mood. Okay,
Yeah.
different show. Okay,
Yeah.
go.
Yeah, so we are a home fragrance company really about creating sensory experiences.
Yes.
And we do that by pairing scent with sound, right, to lift and enhance a mood.
I love candles.
You put a mixtape with the candle?
Something like that. So we curate a playlist for our candles, and each of our candles have a different vibe, a different experience, right? Because what we notice is as people consume this product every day, they're looking for something, right? They're looking to feel good, they're looking to change their environment, and if you pair scent with sound, you really kind of get that heightened experience.
I love it. We're going to have a demo later on, so we're going to have to check that out. But
Yeah,
Franco,
for sure.
you're the magic sauce. You've been on our show before. You're the senior business consultant. And what I like to think is coach. You're really the coach. Right. Everybody needs a coach. Everybody needs a Franco. Coaching for impact. What do you see when you see people like DeAndra go for their dreams, chase? Like, what's that deciding factor that makes her so successful that maybe our audience can get something from?
Well, the first thing for me is humbling, right? Humbling the experience just to rub elbows with creative minds and entrepreneurs, right? Because I always feel that this world is run by folks like DeAndra, like folks that are going out there and living a dream, but behind the dream, has to be a huge amount of a game plan. Right? There's got to be a strategy built around this, right? So what do I see when I meet someone like DeAndra? I see mission, passion. She's on a task and a journey of impacting lives in a very profound way. Now, she has her own recipe, her own way of doing it, right? And as an artist, because I mean, she is an artist, right? When you transition from an artist into a business, those two sometimes don't connect. So that's why having a coach, having a consultant, having somebody in your corner, giving you guidance, giving you resources, helping you with a game plan, makes the whole difference, right? Because ultimately, we do know that there's a starting point, an A and a C, wherever we're trying to go to.
Yeah.
And there's going to be ups and downs. There's going to be ebbs and flows. But the ultimate thing is, once she knows her true start and she has a game plan behind it, the sky's the limit.
I need a plan. I need a Franco. I know everyone's going to want to reach out. How do we get this help? Like, what's the first step? Because, you know, it might seem overwhelming to like, okay, I'm going to go from a small business to like this powerhouse that you are. What's the first few steps, just to break it down for us?
So I think it starts with understanding your why. right? And this is the first thing that when I have a coach, when I have one of my clients and I do my coaching sessions, we start with a why. Why is it that you're starting this journey? Why is it that you're trying to solve for this problem, right? Or this particular activity that you're trying to do? Once you find the why, then you find the mission. Well, how is it that we're going to make this a reality, right? And coaching, it really comes down to not telling people what to do. Because I don't tell people what to do. Heck, who am I to tell people what to do? What I am great at is at allowing my client to get into the right type of mindset. We call it the growth mindset. Right? You have to constantly be finding ways.
I love
you do have to constantly be finding ways to be better at what your craft is.
So, DeAndra, I have to ask you, what's your why?
Yeah.
What was your why?
Yeah, so my why is really creating experiences for people, right? Creating experiences that make people feel whole, that can shift their mood and really, transform them, if even it's just by lighting a candle, right? Or by looking at an artwork.
Can I ask a question?
Of course.
So this happened for you during the pandemic.
Yep.
Right. So this was this born from a personal space, right? You change your mood during that time frame, right? You wanted a different experience in your space based on what was happening.
Yeah.
So you created something that maybe the world could benefit from.
Yeah. And
so how did you
Good question.
how did you pivot?
Yeah. So
from you know what I'm
yeah,
asking,
yeah,
right?
yeah. And I think it's actually really important that you brought it up. So what I actually did was bring a little bit of the art practice into the product, right?
Okay.
So as a creative, you're creating work, you're listening to music, and it's impacting how you're doing it. But then I also noticed implicitly how people consume a product, right? I'll notice people do the cleaning videos and they'll light their candle and they listen to music and pour a glass of wine. So I'm like, well, what if I just help that? Yeah, right. Everyone, as I'm saying it, people are like, oh yeah, I do that. So I'm like, well, how can I curate that experience for maybe the people that struggle, right? Maybe, you buy the artwork, but you're like, I don't really know what scent goes with this room, or I'm having people over and I don't really know what I should play, or, how do I create something for me to feel, uplifted at home.
I need to see this.
Yeah,
I know. That's why we're doing this in the
Yeah,
second
like-
block. Thank you, Eli, for that idea. But coaching for impact, what did it really sum it up? What was the takeaway for you? The big takeaway?
Coaching for Impact program came at the perfect time. It came right as I decided to pivot full time into entrepreneurship, right? I think the beauty of that program is that it really meets you where you are, right? It is one-on-one, tailored, mentored instruction, right? So at that time, we were looking for foundational skills, right? And then I spoke to my coach, Franco, about, well, how do we scale this thing, right? If my goal is to create experiences for people, what systems do I need to put in place so that I can allow myself to thrive creatively?
That's so good. Okay,
Yeah.
Franco, call me. We're going to be talking after this. And thank you. Okay,
100%.
we're going to have more with you,
Yes.
and we're going to see all the beautiful candles and
Yeah.
learn more about this Coaching for Impact. That's after the break. And oh, did I mention we have $1 million check? Did you know that?
I did.
$1 million. I kind of manifested this. I always wanted to give $1 million away to our audience. It's happening thanks to Senator Schumer, who's coming up, and Amazon. We love Amazon. They're helping small businesses thrive. Do you want to make your business become a reality? That's all coming up. That's a lot.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's next.
Monica's Money Matters is proudly supported by JPMorgan Chase, New York's hometown bank for over 225 years.
So it's our Legends block, one of my favorite blocks, and I've always wanted to give big checks on the show. Alex is a friend of our show. Alex Zablocki, the executive director of the Public Housing Community Fund, one of my favorite organizations. He has literally given millions of dollars to the people of public housing, and I've watched it happen with incredible things. You're such a community champion, and I guess he wanted to do something on our show exclusively, a big check. What's happening here, Jaime, from Senator Schumer's office, and NYCHA's here as well?
Alex, this is for you. Thank you. Monica, this is a big day for NYCHA residents. It's $1 million from Leader Schumer that's going to help transform playgrounds into adult fitness zones and active recreation areas across all 5 boroughs. We can't thank the leader enough for this support and our partners at NYCHA for helping make this happen. And Monica, for you helping us to make it happen on your show today and letting your viewers know about it.
I am so excited for the families who are going to benefit from this. I do stories all the time where basketball courts are falling apart, playgrounds are falling, they're dangerous for our children. This is going to do so much good. So people watching, what should they expect? This is coming to a neighborhood near them.
So as soon as the money comes into our organization, we'll get going to center residents around design with NYCHA's Capital Unit and reimagine these spaces for active, healthy living, not just about kids, but about adults as well in our communities.
Dylan, tell us about this.
Yes.
I mean, you are the Deputy Chief Asset and Capital Management Officer, meaning the big boss. Where's this going to go? What's going to happen with this money?
Well, it's hugely impactful for us. For one thing, it's going to go to residents in 5 different developments, so 1 development per borough. So we're really excited that we can spread the money over many different developments, and it's going to be impactful because we looked at developments where there's older residents, lots of seniors.
Gosh,
so, you know,
this is
these are going to be
great.
active spaces for those seniors. So it's really impactful because, you know, we have such a big need. Most of the time we're focusing on buildings, infrastructure, but open spaces are one of those things that you report on.
Yeah.
That's really impactful for our residents. So the fact that we can go to 5 different developments and improve them with this money.
I know
just
the
means so
5
much.
developments. I'd want them. I can tell you, I can help you, because it is for our older New Yorkers. They
Yeah,
need spaces to meet,
They need
and they're
spaces.
hurting right now. So this is epic news, and we already love Senator Schumer. And so thank you so much, Jaime, for being here. Cobham, the representative from his office. This means a lot to Senator Schumer. He did this because out of his heart, right?
Yes, he would love to be here today, but of course he's fighting for the people in D.C. right now. And there's nothing he does better than bringing money back home for the people that need it most. So we're so excited to be able to help the Public Housing Community Fund with this funding.
Jaime, thank you so much. And Alex, you'll be back. I always thought you should co-host the show, that's for sure. And coming up, do you have a dream? Do you have a business dream in mind? Do you want to make happen? We have an incredibly inspiring story. I love this check, by the way. I love how you're holding. You're like, I'm not letting it go. And it's an incredibly inspiring story that you're going to really take something from, hopefully. Started with very little, and now he has 90 employees. That story coming up. Amazon's here. That's next. Can't believe it.